just came back from therapy. And I really didn't feel like talking for some reason. I just felt really bad. I didn't want to talk about things, so I asked if there was something else I could do. And he said that maybe I could kind of channel my, issues is the best word for it, I guess, into something creative. And I told him, you know that I'm an actress, right? Like, the entirety of my job is supposed to be creative. And thinking about my job right now makes me actually violently ill, and that's why I'm here in the first place. And he laughed. Because what else could he do? But then he asked, what kind of creative thing don't you do usually? And I had to think about that for a second. And then I told him, you know what? It's been a really long time since I've drawn. And he was like, maybe you should draw your feelings out. And I thought, you know what, boy, that sounds so terrible. I was like, God, that is such a typical psychologist exercise, right? To draw your feelings, and then he would do a fucking Rorschach and analyze my scribbles and be like, yeah, you draw palm trees a lot, so I feel like in your mind you're trying to escape to an island. And I'm like, no, bro, palm trees are literally just the only thing I can draw properly. So it was very weird, but you know what? It did actually help, because I've been doing it for a couple of hours now, and I'm actually kind of having fun. Look. What do you mean, what is that? It's a palm tree. I just told you it's a palm tree. Babe, that's the only thing I can draw. Are you saying you don't recognize it? Don't break my heart. Fuck off. No, I'm not letting you see the drawings anymore. My little doodles. I'm just having so much fun with it. I know that they don't make sense, but it's me and my thoughts. And for the first time in a really long time, babe, my head is quiet. And I don't know why. I mean, I do know why technically, but it's because I'm not the best drawer, right? I'm not. But there's something about these doodles where I can just have fun, and I don't have to make them for people to like them. That's the thing with so many things that I do, I have to do because I need people to see them and I need people to like them, and I'm just sitting here doodling and it's good enough. It's just good enough. And I love that it's good enough. So yeah. Yeah, it was really, really nice therapy session, actually. Well, you know, you're technically not supposed to ask that, right? I don't ask you how your therapy sessions go and what things you talk about. I mean, you know what I talked about. Basically everything that's happened to us in the last few months. You know what that guy actually had the nerve to say to me? He said, and bear in mind, this is like the third session with this guy, right? He said, have you ever thought about scar removal? And I looked at him and I was thinking, like, why the fuck did that guy say that to me? What, like, you know, just for a second I was like, did I jump into an episode of Westbound? I was like, the whole Alex Carr thing. I was like, is he just making a joke? So I asked him, like, what do you mean? I don't understand. And he said that he'd noticed that whenever I talk about you, I touch a place on my hip. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean? And then I realized that that spot is a scar from the Lena thing. And I was like, how is this possible that this guy has me pegged like this? Like, I was like, why do I do that? I've never noticed that about myself. But I do it because he forced me to watch myself subconsciously, and he's right, I do it. And so he asked me, do you want to maybe look at scar removal because it's something that apparently is bothering you? And, well, first of all, I think it would be really funny if I got that scar removed before Alex did. Which is Alex's whole fucking thing. And that'd be real funny. But maybe I should look into it, Maybe I should, maybe I should get rid of a lot of things from my past. Something about starting fresh. I don't know. I have to give it some thought in the next session, but for now, This guy really just charged me $100 just to doodle on pieces of paper in my own house. Wow. A con man. No, I'm kidding. I like him. I like him a lot, but that was just a bit. I'm signing. No, you're right. I don't. I don't want people to see it. That's not why I signed it. It's because you wouldn't understand it. Yeah, I made some dinner. It's in the fridge if you want it. No, I'm okay. I'm gonna do this for a little more. I'm having fun. I love you too, babe. I love you.